Just a quick reminder today, please refrain from parking outside this stadium. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Everybody,
Without a
and
doubt, it
welcome
is the
to
week's
today's
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts. This gigantic arena, Argentina's largest, the Mas Monumental. So that's got things underway.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
De Arrascaeta. It's a pretty loose pass. And the shot! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Mexico take the early advantage. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Lucas Ocampos. And it's Salah. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Pepe. And Piqué. Sergio Ramos. And it's Pepe. Played out to the left flank. Gundogan. Oh, that's a key interception. De Arrascaeta. Poor pass that, sloppy. Out for a throw. Bale. Now it's Son Heung-min. Lucas Ocampos with the clearance. Guendouzi. Ødegaard. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Bale gets flagged offside. And out to safety. And it's Son Heung-min. Fiddles it through. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much.
It's Modric! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
It's a poor pass, too easily intercepted. Mohamed Salah. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. This is promising. Salah. Now it's Ocampos. Mohamed Salah. It's a good spell of possession, this. De Arrascaeta! A real chance and a real let-off.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Oh, that's well spotted. Sends it forward. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Ibrahimovic. Modric. Oh, super find. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Ibrahimovic simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Ocampos. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mohamed Salah. Bale. And the danger is cut out. De Arrascaeta. And they're quick to get it back. Spread out to the left. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Gundogan. Now it's Ødegaard. And that's played in low. It's a pretty loose pass. Mexico get it back again. Son Heung-min. Heads it! He's got away with one there. Looking for the runner. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And the half-time whistle goes. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Mexico having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal. That is... Hits one! Oh, the ball's run loose here. In he goes again! That's a half-decent try.
Ibrahimovic did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Guendouzi to Anthony. And here's Mohamed Salah. Ødegaard driving forward. Interesting ball. He's played him through. That's good play. Son Heung-min with the cross. Mohamed Salah. Lucas Ocampos. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Mohamed Salah! Mohamed Salah! And the keeper passes the test.
Mohamed Salah is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
De Arrascaeta. Shot could be on. Great challenge, time to perfection. Dani Alves is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
The attendance for this match was 60,810.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Ocampos. And he's cut it out. Turns and goes back. Oh, it's come loose. Dani Alves plays it short. He's had a hit! Decent enough try.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
It's their second corner of the game. Dani Alves with the short one. Can he put it away? Same again, same outcome.
Mexico really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Gets away from his opponent.
Bayern Munich showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Mohamed Salah. Threads one in, and that has put paid to that. Well, they've got it again. And it's Salah. Gets a good foot in there. Lovely ball into space. And he's got his cross in. Pepe too strong for his opponent there. Well intercepted, and it certainly needed to be. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Moved on forwards.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Salah.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Guendouzi. And the ball's a good one here, and the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Lucas Ocampos! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Shapes to shoot. And that would have won it.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Bale. He's through, and this looks... Oh, shooting chance! Should have equalised.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong. Bayern Munich really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Might be dangerous. It's Ibrahimovic! And for a moment, time stood still. Mexico need to hold on for a few more moments. And it's Salah. De Arrascaeta, already, of course, on the score sheet.
Mexico can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Has been indicated.
Ibrahimovic, and he's onside. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Well, some of the players here are letting their emotions get the better of them. They do have to be careful. This must not be inflamed any further. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Oh, no question, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough. De Arrascaeta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
And if you do have a chance today, please take some time out to give your support to our Better Stadium Fund.
Well, games at this level don't come too much bigger than this one.
Hello, everybody,
90
and
minutes to
welcome to
decide
today's
whether they
match.
can take the big step
Egypt
up. The manager has
against
challenged his
Mexico.
players to deliver a statement, a warning shot to prospective opponents for next season. This is it. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. And already we're underway here. Mexico come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Pavard. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Guendouzi. De Arrascaeta to Anthony. De Arrascaeta, and it's Salah. And it's Immobile. Immobile, there he goes, motoring forward.
Immobile. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He's found a way through. And they're not going to make any further progress now. What a throw in. Mbappe. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, good spread. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. He's shifted. Mbappe! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, at least the crowd are appreciative of his efforts.
That's good running with the ball. Scholes. Wriggles his way through. Guendouzi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Scholes simply can't escape his critics. He deserves an earful after that.
Anthony. Mbappe stands up to him well and emerges with the ball. Anthony. That could spell trouble. Mexico still without a single shot on target. Alderweireld. Mexico were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
It's Kimmich. And it's Salah. And here's Immobile. Spread out to the left. Lovely feet. Plenty of room for the shot. Keeper's ball. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, there's no question, Peter, what his manager thought of it. He's turned away in disgust.
Busquets. Scholes. Alderweireld. Almost halfway, and still no goals. Oh, he's managed to pinch it off him. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. And here's Immobile. Nice control. It's Immobile! Anthony. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's De Arrascaeta. And here's Mohamed Salah. Played out to the left flank. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And there's the end of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Any strong opinions on the first half?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Mexico pretty fortunate not to be trailing at half-time. They've been lacklustre and second best for me. And if ever a situation demanded a telling off from the boss, it's this one. He has to spark a reaction.
In with the challenge. Anthony. Busquets does really well to win the ball there. And it's Salah. To Ocampos. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Neuer. Alderweireld. Kimmich. Now Alderweireld. Kimmich. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is one way to stop him. João Moutinho. Played out to the right. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Ocampos. De Arrascaeta. Poor pass that, sloppy. Mbappe is herring after that one. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here.
The attendance for this match
lovely
was
bit of skill.
71,649.
And that's a throw-in. And it's João Moutinho. Well, he had a really good run at goal there, but the defence just weren't going to let him past. Ocampos. It's a pretty loose pass. Moved on forwards. Now it's Immobile. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Guendouzi. Great defending, strong and determined. And the danger is cut out. Immobile might just make this. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Ah, now can they counter? He is through here. Mohamed Salah! Keeper pulls up a fine save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it. Egypt have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And it's Salah. Salah. Looks to the other side. Mbappe going full steam ahead down the left flank. Out to the left it goes. There's the shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Clears it out of harm's way. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Over to the left. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right.
Mexico showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. It's a throw-in.
Substitution for Egypt. Number 7, João Moutinho.
Mbappe.
Coming on to replace him is number 26.
He's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
He's a lucky boy. I've seen cards issued for less. Here's hoping he stays out of further trouble.
Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
Number 27.
There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Mbappe is flagged offside. Guendouzi. Mohamed Salah finds himself offside. Just too much on that.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And they're quick to get it back. And it's Salah.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Immobile. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goalless. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, that was an exercise in teamwork, cohesion and doggedness, Peter. A refusal to accept defeat.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
Mexico preparing to celebrate. They are potentially 90 minutes away from promotion. They just need a single point. It would be, no question, the biggest point of this campaign. It is quite a scene here, this being one of Asia's top footballing venues, the Saitama Stadium. Well, we're on the way. Mexico come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. And he's heaved it away. Right, looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And he's managed to get rid. Modric stands up to him well and emerges with the ball. Over to the left. Tony. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Salah. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's a very... Goal! Mexico! Is this the moment? The moment he made it happen. The moment they made it happen. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Mexico take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
They still can't get carried away. They haven't been promoted just yet.
He's got a side of goal! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Now it's Tony. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cristiano Ronaldo. Barella. He's having a go! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Modric. And it's Salah. To Arrascaeta, whose goal-scoring skills have already been evident. Tony. There they go, hunting in packs. And it's Salah. Anthony. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Away from immediate danger. Pavard. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Oh, that's a key interception. Pressure already building up here. And that's put paid to a promising move. Back into the middle. Arnold gets rid without sophistication. Salah. Lucas Ocampos. He's got the shot away!
Oh, that is rather wayward. Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And here's Mohamed Salah, closing in on goal. It's a pretty loose pass.
Mexico couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And it's Salah. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Just a quick reminder.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Mexico head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Substitution.
Here we go again then.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Barella. Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Played out to the left flank. Paris Saint-Germain claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Paris Saint-Germain given another corner. It's their second corner of the game. Well read, and the danger is averted. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Pavard, Rabiot, Anthony, De Arrascaeta. Oh, this is a great position. I've managed to get it away. Great ball, and he's in here. Ndombele. Now it's Tony. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go
The
again.
attendance for this match was 60,332.
Anthony. De Arrascaeta. And here's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Ocampos. Anthony! They've played it short. Pavard. Oh, there's the clearance. Tony. Gets it back. Poor pass that, sloppy. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And here's Mohamed Salah. Pavard makes the interception. Barella played out to the right. Tony. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Good running, strong, and he'll shoot here! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Now it's Tony. Neymar. Clears it out of harm's way. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Is there any support? He might... Barella! Should have equalised.
I think he rushed that. He had a bit more time than he realised. He could so easily have equalised there.
And he can clear it away. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Tony.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
No, he's taken off it. That's really well played. Now it's De Arrascaeta. It's a pretty loose pass.
Mexico surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Neymar. It's Neymar! And that could have brought them level. Tony, and he's had a hit! It's a goal! Dying minutes, and we're all square again! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement that can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
After 86 minutes is number 17.
So all square with almost no time remaining. He'll try from distance. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Gently done. Well timed, excellent interception. Tony. Cristiano
2
Ronaldo.
added minutes has been indicated.
Climbs up big! Harmlessly behind. Rabiot. And out to safety. So that's it. It is all over. Mexico clinched promotion. The draw enough to get them what they wanted. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Mexico can really think about enjoying their prize now, having finally got promotion out of the way.
Just a quick announcement, we would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
Well, of course, there are few feelings in football better than that which accompanies promotion. The non-stop torrential outpouring of good feeling is the perfect overture to today's proceedings. You would be hard-pressed to find a happier place than this, anywhere, anytime. We survey Milan's famous Curva Sud, one of the truly great shrines of the beautiful game. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Now it's Mohamed Salah, Anthony, or Campos. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. It's a quick ball upfield. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Forwards and with intent. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Modric. And it's Salah. Out to the right. Lucas Ocampos. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Salah. Lucas Ocampos. And here's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Anthony. And it's Salah. Mohamed Salah! Oh, great save, real class.
Mohamed Salah sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Dani Alves with the short one. Milan can start a counter here. It's a pretty loose pass. Ocampos. Torreira Carrasco. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Gets into some space. Porsons. Mbappe. Lucas Ocampos. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Lovely ball into space. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Lucas Ocampos. And it's Modric. No, he's had it nicked away from him. Oh, he's managed to pinch it off him. Anthony. Modric. Now it's Mohamed Salah. De Arrascaeta. Oh, that's a key interception. And back to the goalkeeper. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Sterling. Mbappe. And he's on his way!
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Mbappe, and here's Sterling, looking for the runner. And he's managed to get rid. And here's Sterling. Mbappe. He's away. He's got the shot away. Defence has got rid of that. De Arrascaeta. Now it's Anthony. Modric. Now it's Carrasco. And the half-time whistle goes. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time.
Substitution for Milan. Cuadrado. Coming on to replace him is...
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So deadlock still as the second half begins. It's a great ball. Chooses to... Has a go! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Ferreira Carrasco certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Oh, there's the clearance. De Arrascaeta. Mohamed Salah. De Arrascaeta. And it's Ocampos. Well timed, excellent interception. Modric. Salah. Ocampos. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Pressure already building up here. Some good work on the right flank here. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. That's tidy. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
A real opportunity here from a position of Ferreira Carrasco! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Nice interception, well timed. Now it's Mbappe, and the shot! He scored! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Milan. After 60
Milan
minutes
break the deadlock.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Kylian Mbappe.
Now it's Mbappe.
Kylian
Mbappe. That's good play. Modric does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Anthony. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Lucas Ocampos. De Arrascaeta. And here's Mohamed Salah. And he's had a hit. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Modric takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, it's come loose. Mohamed Salah. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. And that has sent him sprawling. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Pavard. Now it's Mbappe. Time and again they are repelled. Mbappe. Look at the space here. Oh, not quite. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Sterling. Nice little ball through. Pavard gets rid without sophistication.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He could be in here. He is through here. He's been picked, and the shot! Oh, and that should have been two.
Sterling really did let them off the hook. They could have wrapped it all up.
And now they can clear their lines. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Mexico might just end up kicking themselves after that. If they're lucky enough to get another, it has to count.
Mbappe. He's got away. He's cut it out. They've managed to get it away. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Over to the left. Sterling. He's left his man. The pressing's intense, and it's paid
There
off.
will be 1 minute added time.
Rabiot. They're back in possession and ready to go again. So that's it. It is all over. One goal settled it. A tense and exciting game that just got away.
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment.